Thank you so much for coming back. We so appreciate it. We're very excited. Our special guest this evening is a young man. He has a show over at Hooters. We got to see the show. Great show. You have to go over and check it out. It is Unleashed Hypnosis, and he is Kevin Lepine. How are you, sir?
Thanks so much, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, you're welcome. Cheers. Cheers. Oh, it's like a party.
Remember, the answers are at the very bottom.
It's like a party, but don't go to a party with Sam Ratcliffe. I'm just going to tell you something. You will never, ever be the same if you ever do that. Well, thank you so much for being here,
My
man.
pleasure. Thanks for coming out to the show the other night.
It was great. It was great. Look, I'm going to just say this. You guys have to go out and check out this show. Kevin does a great job in there. Have you okay, I'm gonna say it. I'm a skeptic.
Okay.
I'm a skeptic. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I'm putting it out there. By the way you explain it in the show, everything that you do, you're kind of thinking, oh, okay.
It's all hypnosis is, and I mean, you know, we watch all these movies. You know, I think still, when we think of hypnosis, the first person we think of is like Bela Lugosi and the whole, you know, Dracula thing and Spare, and or you know, the other thing, and you know, like. One thing people think about with hypnosis that I've never understood is like they'll think of the pocket watch stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
And the reason I've never understood this, and we're actually going to play with this a little bit. Well, here was always my first problem. You know, it's like, okay, watch that. You're feeling relaxed. No, I'm feeling dizzy. You know, I watch this spin enough. I'm just gonna, yeah. If I have 3 of those and watch this thing spin, I'm doomed. You know, all hypnosis is though really. It's a state of relaxation, but it's also a state of focus. Really, the easiest way to think about it, your subconscious is a computer. It doesn't know if something's true or not. It just needs to be told something's a fact. If you have a phobia, you've just told your subconscious that's a fact. It's going to react to it.
That's what I did.
Is that
That's why I believe
she told me.
I believe in hypnosis, I went because I was scared of the dentist.
And it's amazing for that because it just lets you relax, it lets you drop it away.
It's the most amazing feeling in the world.
Here,
you should do it.
And here, I'm not actually going to hypnotize you, but this will give you an idea about what it feels like, and then we'll kind of talk about what you do on stage. Just here, just pinch this in your thumb and forefinger. That's all you have to do, and then just stare at it. Just stare right at the base of that. And all I want you to do is, right now, I want you to pick. Do you want it to go back and forth, which means from your nose to the wall, or left and right? Which one? Just all right, so you're thinking back and forth.
Yes, I am.
Now watch, just keep thinking back and forth. And this is going to get weird, but now I want you to think left and right. Just imagine left and right. Imagine an invisible hand just shifting that thing, and imagine it moving left to right, further and faster. Now I'm going to tell you to do 2 things, and it's going to be really weird. First thing is I want you to imagine a circle down here. Just imagine that thing was going around and around, and as you stared at that circle, it's going to get bigger and bigger, and the bigger it gets, actually, the more fun it's going to be. So just imagine that thing going around and around and around. Now here's the one that always trips people out. It's going to spin the reverse way. On the count of 3, it's actually going to go backwards. It's like an invisible hand grabbing it, flipping it the other way. 1, 2, you can almost feel that like reach through your arm. 1, 2, 3, and now it's going to spin around and around in the opposite direction. And then on the
I am not doing this, by the way.
And then on the count of 3, it's just going to stop. 1, 2, like an invisible hand grabbing at 3, just stopping. Look, here's all that's happening. Yeah, feels weird, doesn't it? Yeah. I live in your mind. Yeah. Look,
Can I take my clothes off? We'll be right back. So we're talking a little bit just about where you came. So you're a teenage mutant ninja turtle for parties. Is the way it started.
Or Barney or Power Rangers, all that stuff.
All those things.
And then, so they needed somebody to do clowns, and I was willing to make all the money I could. So doing clown work got me into magic. Magic got me into sideshow. I started doing the fire eating, the glass walking, all that. When I was, you know, just the normal Saturday night kind of stuff. Then, for anyone who was dumb enough to pay me, if you were dumb enough to offer me $25, I showed up with torches. I seriously think more venues were hoping I would burn their place down than do a show. Especially when I look at, because, and then when I was 20, I started working with some hypnotists. They got me enrolled in a course for social workers, and it kind of started taking off.
Wow.
So you're using hypnosis Through social work?
Well, like social workers, therapists.
Oh,
I actually
okay.
learned that route.
Like the clinical side
Exactly.
of it. Okay.
But the reason I wanted to learn clinically was I didn't want to be surprised by anything. I knew I was always going to
Okay.
use my powers for evil instead of good, but I never want you to be in a bad position. I wanted to know how it worked, why it worked, what the
Right.
science was, so that I could always keep people safe.
So how long did it take you to train? Because I mean,
That
this
was
is a lot of training.
That was
isn't
a
it?
9. That was 9 months.
Okay.
And if you think you've ever been bored to death in a class, imagine a class 40 hours a week where the whole purpose is to learn how to bore people to sleep with the sound of your voice. Yeah, that was fun to stay awake for.
So you went. So you did that. How do you go from that? And I'm fast forwarding,
Yep.
of course.
Yes.
To headlining on a stage at Hooters.
At Hooters.
All right. So
What, did I miss something?
Through hypnosis.
you start. Yeah.
Can't
You
someone
will
do
book
it?
You
me.
will book it.
You know, it's first off, if you want to be great at show business, go out there and suck and die. You have to. You are, I would say, from day one, you are 1,500 to 2,000 shows away from even thinking about doing a steady gig.
Oh, okay.
Get it,
I
get it.
started off in punk rock clubs in Detroit. I was at clubs where they threw beer bottles at you if they liked you. Yeah.
I see it.
Oh yeah. There's quite a few from those days. I moved here to Vegas 4 years ago. 3.5 years, I get picked up by Michael Johns, the guy who had Hypnosis Unleashed for many years. Him and Terry Stokes had the show. I became their intern. I had over 15 years of experience. I knew everything. And as soon as I met Terry and Michael, I immediately came to the realization, I know nothing.
Nothing.
Because these are guys who've been doing it here forever. I want to learn. So I did the production work. I did the graphic work. All the while learning, doing guest spots in the show, until finally, they were dark on Thursdays. They gave me Thursday nights.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's the way it works. I like that.
And then I grew from there, and then Terry retired from Vegas. I took his spot.
Oh,
And then the Harmon Theater closed. Michael didn't want to reopen a show. And Michael went, Hypnosis Unleashed has got a great name. Do you want it? And not only did he allow me to carry the name forward, but he was that big brother whispering in your ear going, hey, here's this idea, here's that idea, here's how to grow, here's how to expand.
Nice.
That's great.
And
So when and how can people see the show?
we are Tuesday through Sunday.
Yes.
8 p.m. It's a 21 and over show.
Yes.
I just thought it's an adult show. I mean,
Okay.
I don't make anybody take their clothes off. It's
No, it's not like that.
Yeah, we don't have a cabaret
But there's
license.
adult language
Oh
and
yeah.
things of that
Well, no,
nature.
it's as Michael Johns would say so well. We don't have a cabaret license. It's a real expensive fine if I try to get you to take your clothes off. If you're wondering how we know that, the show is no longer at Mandalay Bay.
And then what time?
8 o'clock.
8 p.m.
Yep.
Guys, go out, check out
Yeah.
Hypnosis Unleashed. Thank you so
My
much,
pleasure.
Kevin.
Thank you
We'll
for
be
having
back
me
right
on.
after this. Thank you so much. We appreciate you being here.